Hi everybody, it's EK from EK Gorman Designs. I am coming in for my first video of the new year, and I'm bringing to you a brand new stamp company called Evaney Stamp Designs. This is one of their new stamp sets released at the end of last year, Galaxy Pals. And I'm going to Copic color this video. I'll tell you to start off right here, my YR21 is ultra super dry, and I decided like a fool to try to fight it and use it despite the fact it wasn't very juicy anymore. You'll see me overwork here the marker over and over again, and eventually I give up and grab something similar to it. Here you go. Grabbing something similar to it to, in fact, blend it out properly. I'm coloring this space scene in today, which means I'm coloring in a lot of dark night sky, and I will tell you, to do that, you have to be willing to go through some ugly. When you're coloring something like this little spaceship, it's easy to keep it pretty and simple and drop in shading, and it be no big deal. When you're trying to add light and dimension into space, there is an ugly process you have to go through. I will admit, very honestly, when I stamped out the scene, I grabbed absolutely the wrong paper. This is not my favorite paper. In fact, I don't even know what this paper is and why it's in my stash. But you'll notice it's slightly yellower than the paper under it, and it bleeds. It bleeds very badly. But I didn't redo the card because I knew I was going to be using so much marker on the card anyway that the bleeding would be moot in the end. I'll tell you, I'm using a new stamp mount, or at least I'm trying a new rigged up janky stamp mount, and my head keeps getting into the focus, so ignore my puffs of hair as they come into the screen. My husband offered to buy me a new mount for my camera, and I was like, or you could buy me more markers and I could continue jerry-rigging my camera up to videotape things. Needless to say, I got neither because he laughed at me and walked away. I don't know why. I think more markers is a perfectly acceptable thing, and blue painter's tape holding my camera to my camera mount is reasonable. I'm no longer using blue painter's tape. I now have a little rig that I am rigging up, so it's significantly less janky. Yes, I use blue painter's tape to hold my camera to my tripod because that's how we roll here. You'll learn if you know me, I don't enjoy spending money where I don't have to. Something has gone very, very, very wrong with my tip of marker here. Yeah, totally not working. So I'm coloring in, okay, we said dark night sky, so why am I using the palest of pale blues to color my dark night sky? Well, I wanted all of these images to have some reflection, some ambience of light. And in the end, all of that light blue will be gone. But the effect that I gave it will still be there. Now here's where we go into coloring the ugly. I've super high speed this up. No, I cannot color this fast. No, nobody can color this fast, and if they can, they're not doing great work. I'm building the layers of light and dark. Over the holidays, I guess early December, I got several of the markers from the B90 collection, and I'm trying to decide if I like them more than I like the E30 or the B30 collection. I don't know. I'll let you know when I make a decision. I think I do. There's such a muted saturation to them that I like, but I don't know. New markers for me are always very uncomfortable, especially when it's like a new series of colors, because I'm so used to the ones I've been using that the new ones feel foreign and unfamiliar. But I do like that it's not bright. It's very muted. I mean, it's the 90s, so it's in the 90 collection, so it's very, very muted. Again, we are working through the ugly here. Anybody who doesn't want to quote-unquote waste Copic ink shouldn't be doing full scene backgrounds like this because it takes lots and lots and lots of Copic ink. I always like to joke my paper feels significantly heavier at the end of the day when I color a background like this because I've saturated it with so much ink. I'm sure it doesn't actually weigh more, just psychologically it feels that way. But you're finally starting to see where these layers of color are starting to find a nice blend. And having that light blue color under there does have an ambience coming off of each of them. I wanted just a slightly bit more ambience to the planet, so I used my white gel pen to add a bit of a highlight. And I hated the yellow in the stars, so I covered over the stars with my white gel pen as well. and I added stars into the background. I will admit, off camera, I wasn't crazy with how my stars came out, so I grabbed another white gel pen that has a little bit finer tip and added even more stars, but this time in clusters. And the clusters of the stars, I think, finally gave it the space starry night scene as opposed to snowflakes in the sky. I used my gel sparkly pen to give the spatial huge sparkle, added some more sparkly stars into the sky, and then traced over the sentiment with my sparkly pen. Again, off camera, I grabbed that fine white gel pen and kind of popped the sentiment up as well. Go check out Evaney Stamp Designs. Like I said, they're a new company. They're just launching, but they've got some really cute stuff. And make sure you tune back in with me weekly. I'll be posting new designs from them every week. Otherwise, Happy New Year's, and I'll see you next time. Bye.